Have you ever wondered what you would do if you were completely alone, stranded on a deserted island? No phone, no internet, just you against the wild. Well, today we re-diving into one of the most famous survival stories ever told. Daniel Defoe. His masterpiece, Asterisk, Robinson Crusoe. This isn't just a tale of being shipwrecked. It's a profound journey into the human spirit. A story of resilience, ingenuity, and the true meaning of civilization. So, grab your gear, and let's get stranded with one of literature's greatest adventurers. Published way back in 1719, Robinson Crusoe is often considered the first English novel. It tells the story of a young Englishman from York who defies his parents' wishes for a comfortable, middle-class life. Instead, he's drawn to the sea, hungry for adventure. This decision sets him on a path filled with storms, pirates, and ultimately a catastrophic shipwreck off the coast of South America that leaves him as the sole survivor washed ashore on an island he calls the Island of Despair. Imagine the sheer terror and hopelessness of that moment, the waves crashing around you, the wreckage of your ship disappearing into the depths, and the silence of an unknown land stretching before you. This is where Crusoe's real story begins. Initially, he's overwhelmed by grief and despair. He has no tools, no food, and no hope of rescue. He sees his situation as a punishment from God for his disobedience. But Crusoe is nothing if not a survivor. His first instinct is practical. He manages to salvage supplies from the slowly sinking ship tools, food, weapons, and gunpowder. This is his first victory against despair. He doesn't just sit and wait. Acts. He builds a makeshift raft and, over several trips, brings ashore everything he possibly can. This initial act of resourcefulness sets the tone for his entire stay on the island. He isn't just surviving, he is actively building a new life from the scraps of his old one. His next challenge is creating a home. He finds a suitable spot, a small plain with a rock face that can serve as the back wall of a fortress. He builds a shelter, a combination of a tent and a cave, and surrounds it with a strong fence made of stakes. This isn't just about physical safety from unknown beasts. It's about creating a psychological sanctuary. Inside his castle, he can find a semblance of order and control in a world of chaos. He even creates a calendar by cutting a notch into a wooden post every day, so he doesn't lose track of time and, more importantly, his own humanity. Think about the mental fortitude this requires. 4 years, Crusoe is utterly alone. The silence is his only companion. To combat the crushing loneliness and the risk of losing his mind, he begins to keep a journal. He writes down his thoughts, his fears, and his small daily triumphs. He talks to himself, to his pets, a dog, and 2 cats he rescued from the ship, and later a parrot he teaches to speak. This act of writing and speaking is crucial. It's a way to maintain his language, his reason, and his identity. Crusoe's journey is also a spiritual one. In his solitude, he turns to the Bible, one of the books he salvaged. He begins to read it daily, reflecting on his life and his relationship with God. He moves from seeing his predicament as a punishment to viewing it as a test of faith and an opportunity for redemption. This spiritual awakening gives him a new sense of purpose and the strength to endure. He starts to see the island not as a prison, but as his own kingdom, a place given to him by Providence. His ingenuity is truly astounding. He's not just surviving, he's thriving. He teaches himself how to be a farmer, painstakingly cultivating the barley and rice grains he found on the ship. He learns to be a potter, trying and failing many times before he can make pots that can hold water and be fired. He becomes a baker, figuring out how to grind his grain and build an oven. He tames wild goats to create a steady supply of milk and meat. He literally rebuilds civilization from scratch, one skill at a time. Each success, no matter how small, is a testament to human adaptability and the power of a persistent mind. Years pass, 24 to be exact. Crusoe has built a comfortable life. He has his main dwelling, a country home in a more pleasant part of the island, and a herd of goats. He has a routine. He has found a measure of peace, but his solitude is about to be shattered. One day, he discovers a single human footprint on the sand that is not his own. The terror is immediate and absolute. After all these years of being the sole human inhabitant, He's no longer alone. He soon learns the horrifying truth. The island is occasionally visited by a tribe of cannibals from the mainland, who bring their prisoners here to be killed and eaten. For the next few years, Crusoe lives in constant fear, strengthening his fortifications and always on guard. But his fear eventually gives way to a plan. He decides he will try to rescue one of the prisoners. His chance comes when a new group arrives. He attacks the captors, saving a young native man who is about to be killed. This is the moment he meets the man he names Friday. This relationship is one of the most discussed and complex parts of the novel. Crusoe becomes a teacher and a master to Friday. He teaches him English, dresses him in European clothes, and converts him to Christianity. Friday, in turn, is fiercely loyal, grateful, and becomes Crusoe's devoted companion and friend. For the first time in over 2 decades, Crusoe has another human to talk to. His loneliness is finally over. Together, they form a formidable team. Friday's knowledge of the natural world and Crusoe's tools and strategic thinking make them masters of the island. They even rescued 2 more prisoners in a later encounter, a Spaniard and, incredibly, Friday's own father. After 28 years, 2 months, and 19 days on the island, the unexpected happens. An English ship appears offshore, but it has been taken over by men. Using his intimate knowledge of the island and his tactical skills honed over decades, Crusoe, with Friday and the Spanish prisoners, helps the ship's captain regain control. As a reward, the captain offers him passage back to England. The return to civilization is jarring. The world has moved on. His parents are long gone, but he finds his financial affairs have prospered in his absence, making him a wealthy man. He marries, has children, and settles down. But the call of the island never truly leaves him. The novel ends with Crusoe, now an old man, contemplating one last voyage back to his island kingdom. So, what makes Robinson Crusoe such an enduring story? It's a thrilling adventure, for sure. But it's also a powerful meditation on what it means to be human. It's about our ability to create order out of chaos, to find hope in despair, and to build a meaningful life no matter the circumstances. It explores themes of civilization versus nature, faith, colonialism, and the very essence of Crusoe's story reminds us that deep within each of us lies a reservoir of strength and ingenuity we might never know we have until we retest it. It's a timeless tribute to the unyielding power of the human spirit to survive, adapt, and overcome. What do you think? Could you survive in Crusoe's shoes? Let me know your survival strategies in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey to the island of despair, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next literary adventure. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.